Some of the remnant moisture from what was Michael, which is now post-tropical. National Hurricane Center has issued its last advisory on the storm, but we are still feeling some of the impacts here at home. Let's zoom in, give you a look at where the heavy rain is pouring over the vineyard right now, stretching back down along the Cape. Route 6 is a slow go right now. We have heavy downpours from Harwich to Chatham, some heavy rain through the South Shore as well. It gets a little bit lighter from places like Brockton to Rockland, back up towards Hanover right now, and then it picks up from Marshfield down through Plymouth, pouring along Route 44 right now with a slow go from Taunton to Middleborough over towards Plymouth and Duxbury. Heavy downpours in New Bedford as well, right along the south side of 195. These are all lifting off to the north as well, so we're going to get into these and continue to see some locally heavy rainfall between now and mid to late morning for many of us. Temperatures upper 50s to low 60s currently. Hour by hour, I do think that some of the rain will sneak up towards Boston, let's say within the next hour, but it will be light. 128 to 495 could see some showers between about 6:30 and 7:32. But you notice it's the South Shore and Cape, aside from some strong wind gusts, which we'll talk about in a second. Rainfall this morning. Notice it's little, if anything. It's less than 1/10 of an inch for Boston, Metro West. And then you get down towards the South Shore, and it's more like a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. 2, 3, 4 inches of rain possible for Cape Cod, and it's for that reason we've got the flood advisory in effect right now, and a flash flood watch that continues until 2 p.m. for Cape Cod and the islands. Wind is going to ramp up, too, over the next couple of hours. Expect numerous gusts, 20 to 35 miles per hour. The strongest wind it's going to be focused from late morning to early afternoon for the South Coast and Cape Cod. That's where we may see some gusts that top out over 40 miles per hour. Places like New Bedford, down to the Vineyard, Chatham, and Nantucket. Some isolated gusts to 50 on Nantucket will be possible, and that will be strong enough that we may see a couple isolated pockets of damage or outages that occur on the Cape through early afternoon. Once we get the clearing that comes in today, the clouds are going to fill back in tonight. I want to show you the map for tomorrow morning. Of course, we're talking about the weekend here, and there is going to be some rain around. It's very light tomorrow. There's a weak disturbance coming in. So tomorrow morning to midday, we get these pockets of light rain. And then by, let's say, 1, 2 o'clock, most of it's wrapping up, and the sunshine's breaking out and clearings coming in. Temperatures today in the 60s. Tomorrow we don't get out of the 50 zone. In fact, tonight we drop back into the 40s. So it will be kind of a cool night for sleeping overnight tonight. The skies will become mostly cloudy, crisp fall air, and falls back this weekend in full force. 55 to 60 on Sunday. Sunday is going to be dry, and it looks like there'll be some high thin clouds filtering the sunshine a bit. Good for the Sox games, good for the Tennessee high 60 to 65 this afternoon. The wind will be gusty, though. Behind the storm center, north-northwest gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour possible southeastern Massachusetts to the islands and Cape Cod, where a wind advisory is up till 5 p.m. I think the stronger wind gusts will be closest to the storm center, so the outer Cape back down to Nantucket. Isolated pockets of damage and outages may result in some of those spots. Meanwhile, clouds fill back in tonight, and that's out ahead of a weak disturbance tomorrow that will bring some pockets of light rain during the morning to midday hours, tapering off to showers as the sun breaks out for the second half of the hour.